make sure that you have that paintbrush in hand. Now I've got this all gooey with paint already because I was just live on TikTok and on Facebook. So now I'm here live with you before I go live on my interactive, really interactive platform. So make sure you have your paintbrush in hand and you are ready to fill it in. Cover that canvas with me, right? Let's do this. Okay, so I have one here. I'm just going to start in filling in that tip and swooping it down left to right, right to left. It might look like left to right to you guys because it probably is broadcasting in opposite. Hi there, Stein and Stephen and Francisco. Thank you for joining me today while we are working on our painting, right? You got me live. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and then I do have a lot of built up in that. I'm going to scrape some of that off because there's a lot built up in the middle. All right, and then we're going to come down to the edge here, and we are going to fill in that box. Yeah, it's just a long, narrow box. And then we are done with that one. And I am working on this canvas. You've been so helpful in helping me paint this canvas. I need to look for any threes that I might have missed because there have been a lot of threes. I was surprised at how many threes there were. I didn't know that many threes existed. Fives and sixes, I understand. But threes? My goodness. There was a ton of threes, which like I said, I was not expecting a ton of threes. So I have a big one that's hooked here. We got a big curved one. And we're going to follow that along the top rim as well as follow along the bottom edge and pull it back up. Now make sure you got plenty of paint on there. Yes. What am I drawing? Well, I will show you what I'm drawing. If you haven't, you should subscribe and follow if you are not following me already. But this is what it's going to look like when I'm done. Hopefully, that's what it's going to look like when I am done. Right now, it looks a little something like this. Some of the paint is wet, so it looks a little something like that. So we are making progress. And keep your fingers crossed that we're done with these threes because I am telling you, man, there's a lot of little ones out there. And I kept thinking I was done with the threes. And I'm like, put the three away. And no, there were more threes. Yeah, the life jackets are out. The buoys are in place, ready to go. In fact, today, you should wait. I'll probably be posting some of that a little bit later on. Today, I found the life jackets for the dogs. So the puppies have their own life jackets. So when I get out on the boat, they'll be safe. Yes, they'll be safe. So if they go in the water, they'll be able to do the doggy paddle. We want them to be able to do the doggy paddle, right? Yes. All right. So let's see what I missed. Did I miss anything? Yeah. All right. I do believe I am done with the threes. So I'm going to clean my brush. All right. And we're going to close that three. We're going to get all that excess paint off of there. Yeah, I might have to run along the rim there, squeeze some of that excess paint out of there. Because when you put it down on the rag, you want it to run clear. So here I've got a rag here. And we're just going to see if it runs clear, if it's still running a little white and chalky. So here we have still a little bit more white in there, a little more cream color in there. All right. So there we go. What color should we do next is the question. And then my thick brush, I used that earlier on a different. Yeah, the life jackets. Yes, the life jackets are great. So we're gonna make sure that one is all good too, like that. Now, if you don't follow me, you should subscribe and follow, comment and like, subscribe and follow, comment and like. And then check out my profile page so you can see all my prior. I mean, this account has got 6 years worth of content on it. Talk about, I should go through the archives and bring some of that back stuff, the old stuff back up. What do you think? So, Now we're running clear. So I went a little bit rough because this is a stiffer brush. My thick one, my thick flathead there is a bit stiffer, so I can be a little bit tougher on it. Yes. Oh well, this is all dry. This part is all dry. Yes, I just had this little segment to fill in. Yeah. So that the rest of the canvas is dry because I did those on different days. So it's just this little quadrant here that I have to worry about. And now I'm going to snap the top back in, fill in the well. All right, so that's what we got so far. Now I got to pick another color. So we have in the next row, I have done 7. I have done 8. I don't think I've done 9, which is a blue. I've done 11. Let's see what I got here. Have I done 9s? I don't think I've done 9s. Or maybe that was one of the ones I did originally. Yes, I did do 9s. So 7, 8, 9 is done. You see, somewhere I used to have a cheat sheet on what I had painted. Yeah. Okay. So I have done. So that was 3. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just 5 I have to do. I've done 7, 8, 9, 10. I thought I did 11. Have I done 11? Maybe I haven't done 11 or 12. 11 or 12. So I guess we're on to 11 or 12. Let me look for the 11s. Let me see if I got 11s. Something makes me think I've done 11s. I thought 11 was this dark brown. So I think I've done 11. So maybe it's just 12s. Should we do 12? That'll be fun. Oh no, there's some 11s. Okay. But they're going to be on this side. I'm thinking 12 because I can work on this border. Maybe I have to work the bottom. Let's continue working the bottom. But focus on this side over here. Because like I said, I don't want to, this side is all wet. So we don't want to work in the wind. We don't want to work in the wet. All right, let's see what numbers we got. We got 20, is that a 23? I thought I'd already done 23. All right, 12, so there's a 12, 21, 15, 15, lots of 15s, 12, 11. So it looks like there's only a few 11s in here. And 11s might be harder to come by. That's for sure. All right, so going sequentially, 11 would be the next number. And it is a deep, dark, rich chocolate. All right, that's what that looks like. Here's the 11. Ooh, dang, that's dark. All right. Oh, I want to be careful because there's a lot of paint in the cap. And if I flip it open, it just might drizzle everywhere. So we don't want that chocolate drizzling everywhere, right? So there's that color. It's deep and it's rich. Yeah, so I am going to look. I'm going to move it over here onto that. And I will use my tiny tip. So I didn't really go over my tips. So my brushes. So here's my tiny tip, right? That's for tight spots. And then here is my medium brush that has a pointy tip. And there is my medium brush. It looks very similar, but it is thicker through the middle. Oh, this one's, yeah. And it actually, if I fan it out a little bit, you can tell that this one is a broader across. So they look identical. This one is a tiny bit thicker and a little bit flatter across the top, where this one is very pointy. Okay, and then we have the thick and stiff brush over here. So you just have to decide which brush most closely represents what you have, right? And then work with that one. But this is going to be tight spots, so I am definitely going to be dipping it in the tiny tip there. So let's get into some of that rich chocolate, shall we? Here we go. And I start on that right side and then work down and then across. So make sure that you hang with me and cover that canvas, all right? And we're going to be covering me with chocolate. I mean, covering the canvas with chocolate. All right. So I am poised and ready. So this is the first 11 that I see here. So we're going to put that. Oh, that is dark. Oh boy, that is dark. So good thing I went with the tiny tip because you're going to have lots of, and we're going to work the edge first. There we go. So see how that just covers right there. Now we're going to come over here and swoop it down. It's going to come down at an angle and then down. We're going to work the bottom now. And working that bottom, we're going to swoop it right to left. And just put a nice thin bead of paint. Oh, I need more on the tip. I didn't have my tip wet enough. So you want to make sure you have plenty of paint on the tip so it doesn't drag. You want it to flow from right to left. And it comes down to a V point, right? And we're going to work that V all the way. And we're going to flip the grip and work the V all the way up, do an upstroke, coming back up and over. And now we'll be able to fill in the middle. Yes, we're doing some happy painting today. Blue brass here, doing some happy painting. There. And now that chocolate piece is all filled in. Yes. I know Paul is always using my pictures and and videos. So they are out there to scam you. So thanks for bringing that up. So here's some telltale signs that it's a fake. A lot of times they won't even use my name anymore. They'll just say message me or massage me because they don't know how to spell message. And or click my profile, or you get a bonus or a surprise when you message me. Those are all fake. Those are all fake. That's not me. And I have nothing to do with them, and they're scamming you. Other telltale signs are Zangy. I don't have Zangy. Telegram, no Telegram. Discord or Signal. Those are all fakes, and those are all scams. On TikTok, I'm Real Mary Burke again. Not Real Mary Burke again 1, not Real Mary Burke again X, Real Mary Burke again. Okay? So there's that. In addition to that, my Instagram, TheMaryBurke3, all one word, TheMaryBurke3. Here on TheMaryBurke, I do have Ask Mary Burke on a couple of platforms like Facebook and here. So just be very, very careful. And the best thing that I can tell you to do about to stay away from the scammers and to not fall for the scammers is to subscribe and follow me here. Then go to my profile, my links. My profile links have the authorized, my authorized pages right on it. And all you have to do is click, and you're on my authorized pages. So if you didn't know that I had a YouTube, or on YouTube, if you didn't know I had an Instagram or a Facebook or a TikTok, then that's where to go. If you didn't know that I had spicy content, then that's where to go. If you didn't know I live streamed to other places, including very interactive places, then go to my profile. It's all right there for you. All right? And what color are my toes painted? They're painted like a blue color, and that's like in here. See? They're blue. They're blue. They're blue. They match. They match the canvas. So there you go. Hi there. Am I on Twitter? Yes, I do have that. There it is the same as my call sign from one of my other interactive sites is Sexy MILF Mary. Yes, that's Sexy MILF Mary. It's not Mary Burke there. So if you look for Mary Burke there, you're in trouble because those are all fakes. So there it is Sexy MILF Mary because again, that Twitter goes back to one of my OG campsites where it was Sexy MILF Mary. So I just kept it. Yes. So there you have it. That's where it's at. All right. So we are still looking for chocolate. I'm going to look for another chocolate one, and then we'll be done for today. And from here, I am going to live stream on my interactive page. So you should definitely hit me up over there, so you can see all of me. There we go. Oh, I got one more 11 down here, and we're going to dip that tip again, get it all covered in that chocolate. And then I'm going to work from that V point on the right and work upwards to the left, coming up that V and coming to a point on the other side. And then we're going to work the bottom of the V. We're going to come around to the left. And then it's going to hook. Make a happy little hook. And then we're going to come straight up. That ramrod straight there. I'm going to flip the grip again and swoop to the left. And then I'm going to flip that grip again and come up over the top and pull it all the way to another V. So we've got lots of V's going on in this one, right? There we go. And now we can fill in that middle. Yes. Thank you for thinking I look beautiful today. I do nail color. This is my nail color here. And I have one hand painted and one hand not because all the paint on this one lifted. So not a great job by my nail technician. But so that it didn't really cure right on that side. So it lasted about a week and then lifted. So there, my happy little chocolate trunk is filled in. So it has been so much fun chatting with you today. It is time for me to go to another platform and continue my live. Make sure that you hit subscribe, comment, and like. And then from there, you can hit my profile links and follow me across all my different social media platforms. Bye now. And I look forward to seeing you real soon. Make sure you find